Gosh, I hate filming under this light. It looks so terrible. Anyways, before we get this video started, first thing I'm going to do, go ahead and grab this winner for the air freshener from the last video, where I had you guys guess the wheel specs of the Work VSXXs on the FRS. So these fronts are 18 by 11.5, rears are 18 by 12.5. There was 21 correct answers. Number 2, wow. So the winner is this one right here. CAC, that is the username. I'll go ahead and reply in your comment, but if you do not get that response, I know YouTube sometimes doesn't notify you, make sure you shoot me a DM on Instagram or just send me a message on YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. Hope everyone's got some major goals for this new year, 2018. I know I do. I won't get into detail discussing all my goals because that'd be a long video. Today's video is just going to be tinkering around on the FRS. We're going to be doing some alignment work, messing around with the coilover height, and also I'm having an issue with those inner fenders I built. So let's jump into the shop and I'll show you what's going on. So the very first thing we need to address today is the rear of the car is now lower than the front. The coilovers did settle and the rears actually dropped more than the front did. So it's a 1/4 inch lower than the rear. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the car jacked up in the air and get these rear wheels pulled off. So how you adjust coilovers is you loosen this locking nut on the bottom, which is this nut right here. It's already loose. And if you want to raise the car, you're going to be threading the shock body out of the lower mount. If you want to lower the car, thread the shock body, which is this whole assembly, into the lower mount. So we're going to be raising it a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a tape measure, see what it's at right now. It's at 5/8 inch. Bring that up to 7/8. I'll show you how that's done. So I'm just grabbing my smaller spanner wrench, going with the lower locking nut, and it's spinning just the spring right now. So I'm going to go ahead and crank these two together. All right, there we go. So now it's coming out of the lower mount and we are raising the car. So I'm threading this out. If I was lowering it, it'd be the opposite. So very simple, guys. Very simple to adjust coilovers. That's why I love them so much. They're very easy to use. If you guys have not seen the install video of these coilovers, I'll have it linked up in the top right corner. So I'm about halfway there, gonna keep spinning that a few more turns. Let's go see how that looks. That looks pretty good there, so I'm gonna call that a day. I can always adjust it later if I need to. So let's go ahead, tighten this lock ring, and move on to the driver's side. Every time I adjust coilovers, before I measure it, I always try to bounce on the rear or the front, whatever I'm adjusting, just to try to get it to settle down a tad. So I'm shooting for about a 2 1/4 inch gap, and I am spot on, 2 1/4. Let's check the other side. Just what I'm looking for. So that is how you go about adjusting coilovers, guys. If you want me to make a full-on detailed video of adjusting coilovers, let me know in the comment section below and I can certainly do that for you guys. Now I think I'm gonna go ahead and mess around with some alignment. Camera's all good to go. All I need to adjust is the toe. I already made a full-on detailed video on this, so if you guys wanna check that out, I'll have a link up in that corner. Essentially what I'm gonna do, run a string from the front to the very back and zero out the toe. I know a lot of manufacturers like to put like a 1/2 degree or so towed in on the front wheel so they don't grab ruts and whatnot, but I'm just gonna completely zero it out and it'll be completely fine there. And I'm gonna leave the rear of the car jacked up so I can get to my adjustable control arm. So I'm actually gonna have to do something a little different. Being that these are staggered, meaning the fronts are not as wide as the rears, I'm actually gonna pull off the front wheel, swap it onto the rear. So I'll have, say, the rears on one side of the car, so on the right side, and the fronts on the left side of the car, just so we can get this alignment done properly. So difficult trying to jack this car up. So difficult. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the side skirt off the other side. I already had the front fender off, so it'll make it that much easier. That's the struggle you gotta deal with when owning a wide body car. Now I'm also gonna run into another issue when I put a front wheel on the rear. On the other side, it's gonna be hitting the wide body, the steering wheel, when I go to align it. So I'm gonna actually have to pull out the whole wide body kit, which is not a big deal. It takes about 5 minutes to do. So let's go ahead, pull that kit off the rear. So I have a jack stand in front of the car, jack stand behind the car, and this red string right here running alongside the wheels. And I'll show you what we're gonna be doing. Don't mind my disgusting wheels, guys. Those will be fixed soon. So we want the string to touch the back of the wheel and the front of the wheel at the same time on both front and rear wheels. So the front's actually pretty good. See, let's move the jack a little bit. The front's literally spot on already, which is insane. It's freaking crazy for seeing how much I lowered the car. But the rear is towed out quite a bit. So the back of the wheel, so the wheel is like this, that's towed out, towed in to be that way. As you can see, it's touching the front of the wheel right there. The rear of the wheel is right there, and the string's about 1/2 inch away. So thankfully we have those adjustable tow arms. We'll straighten that out in a 1/2 second. So that is the front of the front wheel, back of the front wheel touching at the same time. Here's the rear wheel, that's the front of the rear wheel, and the back of the rear wheel. So that is exactly what we are going after, guys. We need it touching all 4 wheels just like that at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead, or not all 4 wheels, that didn't make sense. We need it touching all 4 lips of the 2 wheels at the same time, front and rear. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same exact thing on the passenger side as well. And then we should be good to go for an alignment, at least for now. If I mess with height in the future, mess with camber in the future, I will have to readjust the toe. Always remember that. The alignment on this car is literally like 110% perfect. I just spent so much time on it, getting it as close as I possibly can. If you guys are wondering how close you could actually get an alignment at home yourself, go check out that video right up in that corner. I brought the Forester in after I got it aligned and had it checked, so make sure you go take a peep at that video. So alignment's done. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna jack the car up in the air, pull all the wheels off, and check over all of the suspension components, make sure everything's tight. But the next issue at hand is with my inner fenders I made. As you can see, they rub on the tires right here, so I'm actually just gonna trim them, probably like right here actually. There's no point in having it come up here anyway, and it'd be a lot easier just to trim it instead of trying to mold it up in there. So let's get to work on that. I might have to pull off the front fenders again, the complete front fender, not just the over fender, to work on those inner fenders. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull the front wheel off and see if I can just get this trimmed up how I want it without taking the whole fender off. That'd be a lot of work, I think, a lot of time. So I'm thinking I'll stop it right back here. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim that. Let's go ahead and keep that hard up and get it folded up in there. Ow. Alright, now I got a few little screws up there I gotta deal with, pulling them out. So I should be able to just reach up in there and get them out. Now I'm gonna have to secure this inner fender back up on here. So I'll just grab a self-tapping screw and drill it in. So my inner fender runs from down there and it stops here now. It used to run up here, but I kept rubbing on the tire, so That should be plenty of space there. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same exact thing on the other side. Easy enough, easy peasy. Bam, we are golden. So the very last thing I'm gonna do today is I'm actually pulling off the stock wheels, putting the stock wheels on.
What?
And the reason is I had to bring this car into a paintless dent repair shop, aka PDR shop, to get some dents worked out of this thing before I decide, like coloring wise, if I'm gonna have it sprayed, wrapped. If it does get wrapped, obviously I'll have to have the body flawless before it gets wrapped. And so the passenger side door is a little bit wavy. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys. Let me try to get an angle on it. So there's like a dent right there and one up there. And then also this roof is pretty bad. Not sure if someone jumped on it or what. And I don't even know if the PDR guy's gonna be able to get this out. So it's pretty wavy there. There's a dent there and then two little dings there. If you can't get that out, it will have to be repainted no matter what on the roof. Yeah, it looks like about it for the roof. So that is why I have to pull these wheels off. Obviously, I'm not gonna try to, let me show you outside real quick. It is dumping snow out here and there's no way I would be able to drive anywhere on these super wide stretched on these work wheels. The OEM FRS wheels have all seasons on them. Obviously I don't want to curb these things up anyway. Let's go ahead and rip these wheels off, throw some stock wheels on it. I'm curious to see what it's gonna look like. It's gonna be pretty low. It's gonna have cut up fenders and it's gonna have stock wheels. It's gonna look hilarious. Well, here's what it looks like with the stock wheels. It's not horrible, but it's definitely not an attractive looking car. I mean, it's gonna be pretty low with the stock wheels on it, but it's just kind of funny looking with very radiused out, cut out fenders. I know this is a really kind of like a random sporadic video. Nothing really like set in stone going on. It's not like how I was putting on coilovers. It's kind of just fixing a lot of things and getting it ready to go to PDR. Either way, I hope you guys still enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.